Hey everybody, it's your old pal Chuck, and I'm back with another review. And today we are taking a look at from the Transformers Cyberverse Power of the Spark line. This is the Ultra Class Alpha Trion. I got this figure off of eBay from, believe it or not, Hasbro Toy Shop. Apparently Hasbro is still using that eBay store, even though Hasbro Pulse, the actual retail website, does not carry Cyberverse figures. We're starting off in robot mode, as this is how the figure comes packaged, and it's kind of okay. I think this is our third official Alpha Trion figure. We got one in Titan's Return. That was a triple changer headmaster. Then we got one in Power of the Primes that was paired with a Pretender shell, was a little Prime Master. And then we have this figure, which I think draws heavily from its G1 style look. For those of you who aren't familiar with Alpha Trion, the character was somewhat of a mentor to Optimus Prime. He was one of the first, if not the first, Autobot leader, and actually gave Optimus Prime the matrix of leadership and turned Orion Pax into Optimus Prime. A very wise old robot. In terms of articulation, unfortunately, you really only have it here at the elbows and at the shoulders in terms of lateral movement. That's about all. These are really more about the features and gimmicks. And for those of you wondering, unfortunately, yes, the plastic still feels a little thin. There is some hollowness. It's the same Ultra Class figures as before, but what have you. Now, one thing I do want to mention, this is how the figure comes in packaging. And this is how the figure is shown in the instructions in robot mode. The back of the box, it shows that the sides of the cape here are folded back. I don't know which way is accurate or not. And I guess it's really up to you. To start the transformation into vehicle mode, you are going to want to fold these panels back. They do tab there, slot there. They will peg into place. In fact, this makes me kind of think this is how it's supposed to be, since it does peg into place. And for vehicle mode, the sides do need to be down. Whatever. The next step, this is going to be a little tricky. You want to bring the arms in, and then you're going to rotate the legs out. So you actually don't want to bring the arms in just yet. You want to rotate them so the toes are facing each other, and then you want to sort of tuck the arms in into that little groove. And then the next step is you want to start unpeg the knee from its position and then fold it up. Now the instructions just tell you to fold the knee up. I say bring it out on the hip slightly, and then when you get to this position, fold up this purple piece. That's the best way I found to ensure not knocking that purple piece off the hinge, and you will see that leg will peg into place. You can go ahead and just let that rest on the cockpit. You're going to do it again on this side. Again, bring it up, bring it out. You're trying to make sure plastic doesn't hit plastic. Bring that up, and then start bringing the paint up. Knocked it off. You're going to bring the pieces in, and then what you want to do is come around to this side, make sure these parts peg together, grab this piece if you knocked it off, and snap it back in. Just like that. And just something like it will snap just right back on as you knock off the other one, because hey, why not? That's how the world works. So once those two are together, peg them together if they're already not, and then flip this down to form the front of the ship. Next, bring the sides back down. They will click into place. This will actually be part of the action gimmick, just like so. And there you have Alpha Trion in its vehicle mode. Transformation is simple, but those front purple pieces do get annoying, falling apart, coming off during the transformation. Now, to activate the action gimmick, come around the back here, and this is the button right here. Now, you would think you just press down. No, you actually have to push it forward, and that will trigger the gray triggers right there, hitting the gray class and releasing the laser blast effects. I assume they are supposed to spring out at the same time. I have not been able to get that to happen. Par for the course with these Cyberverse gimmicks. I do like the molded blast effects into the end of the cannon. They are not removable. This is something I think Cyberverse does well with these little action blast effects, because I think they add a dimension to the toys, much like the blast effects on the Siege line. To reset the gimmick, just go ahead, fold it back in. It will click into place. And one more time, let's see if I can do it from the like a 3/4 stance here. Just press it in. Oh, that was a little bit better. That was a little closer to being at the same time. But yep, that's about all there is to Alpha Trion. So we will pause, and I'll be back with my final thoughts. Alpha Trion is something of what I would call a niche toy for a niche character. If you're someone like me who grew up on the early 80s cartoon, then yeah, you'll want to get this figure, since this is the best representation of Alpha Trion we have gotten. That version of Alpha Trion we have gotten officially from Hasbro. But, you know, the whole same, the Cyberverse line is not for adult collectors, it's for kids. You know, a lot of the collectors have turned their nose up. The robot mode is fine. I mean, I've never known Alpha Trion to do robotic gymnastics, especially at this age. But it is what it is. People made their decision on the Cyberverse line way before the first wave of figures came out. As I said in the beginning, I got this figure off of eBay from the Hasbro Toy Shop eBay store. There are still some available. Definitely go pick it up if you'd like. It is not on Hasbro Pulse. Hasbro Pulse will not carry the Cyberverse line. So, you know, that's why I'm a little confused about the existence of the Hasbro Toy Shop. And to be honest, I was half expecting to get some like older Cyberverse figures or who knows what. But it is what it is, and I'm sure this, as well as the other Power of the Spark figures, will be hitting brick and mortar retail sooner than later. This is your old pal Chuck for Alpha Trion. We will see you next time.